Hello everyone, my name is Tyler Check and I am an actor-musician based out of Toronto, and today I am joining you to share with you kind of an introduction to guitar soloing. And I know guitar soloing is something that for a lot of people and a lot of people who play the guitar, it can be a little bit intimidating and something that you're not sure how to start or what to do. And when I started doing guitar solos and was able to kind of just throw on my headphones with my favorite songs, with my favorite guitarist that I was listening to, and jam out with them and just kind of improvise some solos, it really inspired me and got me motivated again about the guitar to push further into learning and into this whole wide range of things now that I've been exploring. And it's all based on one very specific thing that I learned when I was younger that I'm going to share with you all today. And it's a specific scale. You don't got to worry about what scale or anything like that right now. What we're going to worry about it right now is just calling it like the 1-4, 1-3 kind of thing. It's a minor pentatonic scale. But the way we're going to focus and talk about it today, what I want you to do is think about your 4 fingers that you would be playing here, 4 fingers and your thumb on the back, but 4 fingers. This will be finger number 1, finger number 2, finger number 3, and finger number 4. So when I say put finger number 1 on fret 5 on the low E string, the 6th string, you would do that. You put it right there. Right? And that's how we're going to talk about this, okay? So for right now, I'm going to show you this in the key of A because it's that little... That thing I was playing, that's in the key of A. So we're going to be able to solo over that. So I'll show you this implemented over that, and then I will show you it over something else, another riff that I think you will all know. But for this right now, we're going to think about just playing it in the key of A. Okay, so you can hear that's the Do, and there's some other great videos that you can find to explain to you kind of what that means if you're curious about the key and everything like that. But all you need to know that is that's the key we're playing in, and this is our Do. So the 5th fret. Now this is where the numbers can get kind of wonky, but just go with me on this one, okay? So we're going to take our first finger, finger number 1, put it on the 5th fret, and then the 5th, 6th, 7th, and 8th fret are going to be pretty much the only thing we need to think about on the guitar. It's as if nothing else between those 4 frets mattered, and they become our new 1, 2, 3, and 4, okay? That's how you can move this anywhere on the neck, because depending on where you start, it's going to be different than if you start down a tone in the key of G, but there are still just 4 frets that we're worried about, okay? So with those 4 frets, what we're going to do is we're going to take our first finger, finger number 1, fret 5, but 1 in what we're doing in the scale. Then our pinky, finger 4, is going to go on 8, which becomes the 4 of this phrase. So those are the first 2. We're going to move up a string, 1 again, so our new 1. Right? Then our 3, so that's our 3rd finger, and it goes on to the 7th fret of that next one. And then that's just going to repeat up for a couple more. So it's 1, 4, 1, 3, 1, 3, 1, 3, and then the last 2, you just go back to that 1, 4. That's why I call it like the 1, 4, 1, 3 thing. It's just... And honestly, that's it. You play around with that, you get that going a little faster. Take it backwards. It starts to sound like a solo pretty quick. Right? So that being said, you can work hammer-ons into there. You can do hammer-on pull-offs. Those are all just 3 notes in the scale. And you can just kind of speed that up. Those are all just kind of faster versions of... And the guitar neck can be intimidating. It can be so when you can separate it to just being just 4 frets. That's all you got to worry about at any time. Just these 4 right here, and realistically only 3 because we're not going through the 2nd at all. It's not. In this, it's just 1, 4, 1, 3, 1, 3, 1, 3, 1, 4, 1, 4. And just work that back and forth. And yeah, you'll get there. You can move it up the octave. Of course, if you go up here. Same notes. Just down the octave there. Okay, so that's pretty much it. It sounds simple, but practice with the metronome, practice with your favorite songs, and all you got to do is slide your finger up the first string until you find what sounds like the root, what sounds like the do of that. If you're playing a... right, and we're in... that's do. Do, right? So that's G. So you could do the exact same thing. 1, 4, 1, 3, 1, 3. But now these are our 4, 3 to 6 are our 4 frets. All just in the riff. So to put that into kind of practice now, we'll go back to the key of A. And I will show you this over a 12-bar blues that I've just kind of recorded previously here. And then I will also move it to the key of E for another riff to give you some more like distorted electric sounds to kind of hear how that sounds. And kind of trick bonus thing, E is an interesting one on the guitar with this scale because if anyone knows the tuning of strings, open E is that. So our do for something in the key of E would be that open string. Which means, and just as this kind of an extra thing, that becomes our 1. So it's as if the guitar neck above the fret thing is 1. It's like we don't have to press that because it's doing it for us, but it'd be like, right? But because we don't have to fret the 1s, because the fret is doing it for us, we can just... we only got to worry about the 4s and the 3s, which in this case are the 3s and the 2s. I know, kind of weird. But yeah, so I'll show you those two things. Thank you so much for watching. Get rocking, get playing some solos. I know for me, it was hugely motivational. So yeah, just practice along, play along, and have fun. That's the main thing, right? So one more time out, I'll play it forward and back, and then you'll see some solos.